get it done on the offensive end. Grant, how much of that is the system?
Well, these teams have great systems, but ultimately it's about the players. The coaching takes you a long way, but it's a players' league. You need skilled guys who can execute your system, especially when you're in the playoffs.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Payne and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. Here's Edwards. And it's Payne with the rebound. And here's Memphis.
In the 2021-22 season, we saw Ja Morant go from a star to a bona fide superstar, averaging over 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds.
Well, Smitty, with Morant, his ascension into superstardom was quicker than expected.
BA, before he tweaks his knee, he was in the top 5 for the MVP race, putting himself among the league's elite at the age of 22. And with his passion, he's only going to get better.
The try by Morant. Jackson for 3. Can't get it to drop. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Russell to pass to McDaniels. First quarter of play, a minute in. Towns for 3, and he buries his first look.
Well, Towns was the perfect selection there. He's always ready to strike with a quick shot.
Here's Morant. Launches it. Second chance effort. Adams hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And he's one of those guys you don't have to call plays for. Steven Adams is happy to eat the leftovers.
Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Edwards against Payne. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Stolen by Payne. Morant finds Jackson. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Here's Russell. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Inside the paint, Russell stays so nimble, helping him get such a high percentage look.
Up top, Morant. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
If you look back to the Grizzlies postseason last year, there's one thing to remember. For most of their core guys, that was only their second trip to the playoffs.
Back to Daniels. Lets the 3 fly. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside for Russell.
With long arms and great footwork, Ja Morant is a constant threat to your shot.
And it's Morant again missing. Well, for that very young Grizzlies team, I'm thinking that playoff experience last year was invaluable, Spydi.
BA, no question. For every playoff game a young player gets under his belt, the more prepared he is for the next playoff run.
Russell finds Edwards. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
In just one college year, Jaren Jackson averaged 3 blocks a game. He has that potential at this level.
And that's how you defend. Glad we had a chance to see a replay of that block again.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
Towns can't get it to go.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
Morant. Jackson against Towns. Outside for Brooks. Pass to Morant. An easy 2 on the layup. And it's a tie ball game.
With the ball on the string, Ja Morant is toying with the defense. Beautiful.
Back to Russell. Edwards with it. And Edwards slams it in.
It's very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
Here's Morant. Takes it inside. And then Morant with the jam.
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Outside Morant. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. Two important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
This guy is exciting to watch. Morant gets up and dunks it.
Outside Edwards. To the paint. Here's Gobert. Ooh, some solid defense from Adams. Pass to Brooks. Here's the three. And they'll get another chance. Tie game in Minnesota. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
On the court for Memphis. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bane and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the point guard position.
Look how Ja just glides through the contact. He's such a nimble player.
Gobert passes to Edwards with the drive. And Edwards slams it in.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Outside Morant. From deep. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside McDaniels. And stolen by Bane. Left side Morant. Brooks outside. Back to Morant. And the ball out of play. Timberwolves will have it. And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Pass to Gobert. Outside for Russell. 6 to shoot. Back to Gobert. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. You know, some have said those old school power forwards, guys like Charles Oakley, they're becoming outdated. You see that, Grant?
Well, first of all, the physicality in the game is no more. The way Oakley would hit you and bruise you, you can't do that in today's game. And guys like Oakley are now playing the 5 position, and they're shooting 3-pointers. So a lot of it just is because the game has changed and evolved since the 90s when Oakley dominated.
Great skill level in the game right now.
No question.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. Back to Russell. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Morant with it. Towns covering. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
A player who's aware of everything around him. Brooks sees the man break open and hits him.
Pass to McDaniels. Up and over Brooks. And there's a 3-second violation. Memphis leading. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. From deep, Bane, stolen by Russell. Pass to Edwards. Plenty of space. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. The Grizzlies have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Morant, the pass to Bain. Jacks up a 3, and he buries his first look.
A stellar shooter from downtown. All Bain needs is a little space, and he's ready to fire.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
Got a piece of it. Outside Morant. There's the drive. Morant with the slam!
What an athlete this guy is. Ja Morant is talented at staying in control.
You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
The NBA, and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. If the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years, they could be hanging up some banners very soon.
Up top, Morant, guarded by Russell. And then Morant with the dunk!
Elite ball handler who can hit from every spot on the floor. Morant lighting them up tonight.
Russell from outside. It's not going to go for him. Now Memphis takes it the other way. The 3 from Bain. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
I totally agree. They just can't be stopped. They're just firing on all cylinders.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Russell against Morant. Pass to Bain. Back to Morant. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's Edwards. Brooks with the rebound. Here's Morant. And too long on the shot.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Here's Gobert. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. It's the Grizzlies. They lead by 20 After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Kyle Anderson is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Jalen Noel. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin. And it's Prince in at the 3. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Outside, Green. Pass to Aldama. 5 to shoot. Here's Conchar. For 3. The shot no good. Here's Noel. Hits the 3-pointer.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
Now here's Jones. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Noel, that's good.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
Well, the Grizzlies shooting an efficient 57% tonight. Jones up top. And he lays it up and in.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
McLaughlin's shot is good.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Green finds Jones. And he drives in. Minnesota with a rebound.
Come on, that's your bread and butter. You can't miss that.
Pass to McLaughlin. The three. Here's Noel, defended by Jones. To the wing, right side. It's a one-on-one situation. And it's Green missing for Minnesota. They've gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Now Reed. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to McLaughlin. Shot clock at 6. Back to Anderson. Three-pointer. Kept alive by Minnesota. McLaughlin, shot is good. Now just a 5-point Memphis lead.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Pass to Tillman. And that one is hammered home.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Here's Prince. Soft touch off the glass.
Torian Prince takes the hit, maintains focus. He's a tough individual.
Here's Conchar. Second chance shot. And the basket by Tillman. Tillman's got 4 points in the quarter.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
Pass to Reed. Anderson inside. Fires from deep. On target from range. Noel's got 8.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants. Keeps the ball moving.
Here's Conchar. From downtown. Buries it from 3. Conchar's got his first 3 points of the game.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
And it's McLaughlin missing. The Grizzlies have gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Aldama. Back to Conchar.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, you take it.
If they keep finding steals like that, they won't be in the hole much longer.
Here's Conchar. Offline with a 3. 4-3. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Grizzlies up 5. And we're just moments away from the start of... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Creating plays for others. It's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for Memphis, Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's Adams in at the 5, down low. Edwards, the pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Now here's McDaniels. Now Russell. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Here's Brooks. Lays it up and banks it in. And now a 9-point Memphis lead. Let's look at the energy stats. How the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
Their activity has been at a constant level. Always around the ball. Big hands causing a lot of steals.
They've also been showing us standout play on the fast break. Working as a team to create easy opportunities.
Outside Morant, inside. basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Morant's got 22 points. Outside Edwards. Let's go with a three. No luck on that one. And Memphis taking it the other way now. They've led by as many as 11. Here's Morant. Adams, the pass to Morant. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Jackson. Back to Morant. Goes back up. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Edwards. A rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Morant. Edwards pulls it in.
How much mustard on that hot dog do you really need? I know he's going for the big finish, but he didn't need to do all that.
That one falls. 4th quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Outside Morant. Second shot opportunity. Here's Bain. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. Minnesota's going 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. McDaniels with it. Checked by Brooks. The offensive rebound. Gobert. McDaniels passes to Russell. Towns with the ball. Pass to Gobert. And here's Edwards outside. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Tremendous effort from John Morant, letting his team know they can rely on him.
Edwards finds Gobert. Outside Edwards. The 3. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 6 rebounds in the game. 4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Morant, the pass to Bain. Good, and the setup by Morant. And now an 8-point Memphis lead.
Beautiful mechanics from Desmond Bain. Doesn't need much time to get his shot off.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
There's a move for you.
Wow, just showed great creativity on his way to the bucket. And here's Morant. There's 57 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. Pass to Adams. Jackson on the wing. Here's Morant. Another shot. Outside for Brooks. Jackson with it. Back to Brooks. Goes back up with the clock winding down. And he sinks the layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Edwards, the pass to McDaniels. Lets it fly. Edwards can't get that one to fall. Here's Morant. From deep 3-point range. No good. And so it's Memphis winning this. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubats. And it's Wall in at the point. And for Minnesota, backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the three. And Greg, you were talking about this. What you appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish. And we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
Russell with the bucket.
This guy an effortless scorer. Outside, inside, in between. Dynamic scorer is D'Angelo Russell.
Outside, George. Back to Wall. Kicks it out to Covington. George with no one around. And the free ball is good.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Wall against Russell. Pass to Edwards. McDaniels in the post. Gobert. And he lays it straight in.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
Outside, Wall. And he banks in the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here is Edwards, following the basket by John Wall. Edwards passing to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Gobert emphatically finishes that one. Nicely done.
And how about
about the impact Anthony Edwards has had.
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip, can play big inside and play big outside. Does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Edwards. Towns up top. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Oh, that's a strong finish. And Karl Anthony Towns will go to the line, try to put the cherry on top.
And the number 1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That is his first foul of the game. All taking his time here. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
Doris, one thing that stood out about the Timberwolves last season was their fast-paced play.
No doubt, Kevin, and you can trace that directly to the head coaching position in Chris Finch. This is a group that loved to push the basketball up the floor, wanted to catch defenses before they had a chance to dig in and half court. And remember, that is the classic mark of a youthful team, particularly one with the athleticism that Anthony Edwards brings.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Ball passes to George. Covington with it. Now guarded by Towns. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Leonard kicks to George. Shot clock at 6. Shot to stop the run. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Timberwolves leading by 7. 1:53 left in the first. Over in the corner, Edwards. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Towns, no luck.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's George, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
Push the action a little bit. Paul George right now challenging defenders to stop it.
The Clippers have not yet made a free throw in the game, 0 of 2 so far. And both free throws good for Paul George. Summer of 2014, Doris, Paul George suffering a leg injury playing for the national team.
Kevin, I remember that injury like it was yesterday. There were many, including me, who wondered whether Paul George could ever be the same guy. And amazingly, he puts in all the necessary work, and I think has come back better. That is a huge credit to his work ethic and his grit.
Russell passes to Gobert. Out to Russell. Back to Towns. Dish now to Russell. Covington knocks it loose.
So disruptive at the defensive end. Look in the box score, and Covington will be the source of blocks and steals consistently.
And it's good for 2. George has got 7 points.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now, here is Russell. He has 5. Here's Towns. Yep, that one goes. Towns has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, big-time athletic play by Cat right there. Brushes off the contact, gets to his finish. Nicely done.
It's stolen by Gobert. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's McDaniels, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Wall dishes to Covington. Kicks it out to Leonard. Passes it to Zubats. Goes back up. And the rejection by Towns.
Perfect timing on that rejection. Boy, Towns really improving on the defensive end.
Outside, Russell. Fires for 3. So it's the Minnesota Timberwolves holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's worth. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
And their assist total also impressive early, creating the pass and playing for teammates.
Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
John Wall, of course, the #1 pick back in 2010. Game is largely predicated on speed, the ability to get downhill, but boy, he has added strength to that incredibly long frame. He has been a force to be reckoned with.
McDaniels with the ball. Leonard's there. Edwards, that's good. Edwards got the lead up to 8 now for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards in the painted area is going to be a force. Size, strength, and hops. Look out.
Doris, it's been great to see the Clippers rise to prominence over the last 10 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this was an organization that spent years in futility, but you have to admire the transformation that has led to consistent success. They used to be a franchise that made the playoffs maybe once in a decade. Now you expect them to contend in the West.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Russell against Wall. Outside, Towns. Out to Russell. Lock at 6. Back to Towns. Covington with the steal. George against Edwards. The kick out to Wall. George looking around. Shoots the 3. That one misses. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Here's Edwards. There's the drive. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
And the Clippers call time here. Clippers trail by 10. And there's the pass to Zubats. On the wing, George. Edwards defending. A 3 from Leonard. It's rebounded by Towns. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. To the left side wing. Gobert down low. Working on Zubats. Misses that one. His first miss of the night. 2 for 3. You know, Doris, there's some pretty cool stories, aren't there, about Kawhi Leonard and what he has done in the community.
There really are, Kevin. And think about it. When he wins the Defensive Player of the Year award, that comes with a car. And instead of using it for his own personal use, he donated that to a children's welfare charity. This is the same guy who gave 1 million backpacks to kids in need in Los Angeles. Just a few of the things he does for his community.
Now the Clippers moving it up. George has got the ball. And George got the stop.
The speed in transition. Paul George is dynamic in space.
Pass to McDaniels. George against Edwards. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
And when people talk about defense, the term boxes and elbows comes up a lot. Great for our audience. Can you explain what that's about?
It's a great point, Kevin. And listen, the 2 defenders on what we call the boxes, that's down in the low post area. You see those 2 boxes down at the end of the free throw line. And then you have the 2 defenders on the elbows. So that's the edge of the free throw line. The idea to close down the paint.
Driving in, and Edwards with the stop.
Boy, the quickness off the dribble drive by Anthony Edwards. Being able to put it on the deck, so important.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And the Clippers won with a whole new group out there. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Jackson has the open look. Hits it from three-point range. Jackson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Towns. Going inside. And the layup falls. Towns has got 7 points in the game.
How about that big-time power move in traffic?
Jackson looking around, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Over to the wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Towns. Rebound by the Clippers. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Jackson kicks to Kennard. And a miss there on the triple. Timberwolves leading by 8. And it's stolen by Morris. Outside for Jackson. It's stolen by Gobert, and so we wrap up the first half. The Timberwolves on top. They lead by 8. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. Through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Jackson is the point with Kennard on the wing. Norman Powell is out there with Morris, and it's Batum in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's McLaughlin, guarded by Jackson. And Anderson kicks to Prince. Clock at 4. And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Prince. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
When you watch Taurean Prince play, you know it's about team. This guy finds the open man and loves delivering it.
Kennard, the pass to Morris. Outside for Jackson. Passes to Kennard. On deep. A rebound by the Timberwolves. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Many teams could use a multi-position defender like Taurean Prince.
Well, defensively, you know that Taurean is going to play with great effort night after night. He does an incredible job contesting shots, fighting through screens, and offensively, obviously, his value comes as a spot-up shooter.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Morris against Anderson. Morris kicks to Jackson. Kennard on the wing. Out to Morris. Outside Batum. Back to Morris. On the wing, Morris. Offline with his 3. Minnesota leading by 9. Prince the pass to Reed. The kick out to Anderson. 3-pointer. Noel, no good. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Feeds it to Batum. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
That's just heads-up basketball, and Jackson scanning the floor, spots the ready shooter. Nicely done.
The pass to Noel. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And that one is stuffed right through.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
It's just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Here's Morris. Back to Kennard. Powell for three. It's hauled in by Noel. Minnesota in the lead.
Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
It's stolen by Morris. Jackson passes to Batum. That shot, no good. Prince with the defensive effort for Minnesota. They've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. McLaughlin, the pass to Prince. Timberwolves passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Reed. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Timberwolves lead by 11. You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team. In their minds, they haven't won a championship yet. And that fact should really motivate this current roster to get one for this group.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Russell against Wall. Leonard and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
We're talking about a dynamic playmaker with exceptional vision. Go ahead, John Wall.
Outside Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Minnesota leading by 11. Pass to Russell. Back to Edwards. Now here's McDaniel. He's covered by Leonard. Edwards, that's good.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And George hits the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
On defense, the Clippers. It's a 14-point game. Russell dishes to Towns. Russell inside, guarded by Jackson.
You can see how Batum uses both size and positioning to guard. What a contest. What a job making that difficult.
And George with the stuff.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Russell kicks to McDaniel. Russell inside. Jackson on him. Russell no luck. Clippers trail by 12. Leonard the pass to Batum. Now Zubac. Towns with the steal. Paul George with the steal. Here's Leonard. McDaniel's defending. Leonard kicks to Batum. Leonard looking over the floor. It's George on the wing. Good on the shot, and that changed the lead to single digits. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, no hesitation. The full arsenal on display here. The catch and shoot, rise and fire. Yes, Paul George.
Here's Edwards. Here's Towns. Outside, Russell. Shot clock at 6. Here's Edwards. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Clippers trail by 9. Jackson passes to George. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Because of the diverse offensive arsenal of Paul George, these kinds of nights are easy for him.
Edwards kicks to Gobert. McDaniels dishes to Gobert. And a missed layup.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Jackson against Russell. And stolen by Russell. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Towns, the pass to McDaniels. Back to Towns. McDaniels with the ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To stop the drought. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Leonard inside. McDaniels defending. George, no good.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Pass to McDaniels. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Gobert. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Boy, wreaking havoc with his size down there. The stifle tower, Rudy Gobert, assertive. My goodness.
That's good. Going 1 or 2 from the line, and that stretches their lead to 8. The Clippers running out of time. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter. Up top, Leonard. McDaniels defending. Here's George. The pass to Zubac. Comes up empty down low. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket, and watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
I also like how they've played in the painted area. They've made an effort to work on the inside and convert those chances.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. What you got for us, D.A.?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Teron Lewis and talked to the team. The focus of the speech was hustle. He told his players, those guys are going to come at us. We have to match their intensity. We have to play with a great deal of energy. We're all in here, fellas. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Jackson passes to Zubac. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Jaden McDaniel.
But just a shrewd move by Reggie Jackson. The shot-making ability is legit. He up fakes and draws the contact.
And the second of 2 is good. That brings them within 8.
Listen, it's only 1 miss, but it hurts all the same as they try to cut into this lead.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Edwards. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Stolen by George.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
Oh, big time from Batum. A cool vet, and the pressure situations just don't get to him. Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the league.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
Jackson passes to George. It's money from deep.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
Now here's Edwards. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. It was. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us.
Goals to win it.
No shortage of ambition, Alan. Thanks for that.
Here we go.
So the Clippers win the tip. So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Ivica Zubac's out there with Robert Covington. And it's Wall in at point guard. Now here's Wall. Leonard passes to Zubac. 3 on the clock. He's off on that one. Now Memphis takes it the other way. We've got two conference rivals squaring off tonight, Grant. I'm sure both teams have been eagerly looking forward to this one.
Well, we always enjoy these rivalry matchups. I mean, facing a rival you've been battling in the rankings is always rewarding. And as a player, you get fired up and are ready to do whatever it takes to get the win.
Outside Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Showing off that verve. Morant attacks the basket with just such intensity. There's not much any defense can do with it.
Now here's Wall. For 3, Covington. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Bain, the pass to Morant. We played just over a minute here in the first. Into the lane. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Oh, no. but it seems like Morant's got springs or something in his shoes. The speed John Wall plays the game has always been the thing that sets him apart. And even as he's pushing the tempo, he just stays in control.
Now here's Covington. Three-pointer off the mark.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Outside Morant. And Wall pulls it down. Well, you talk about Wall's speed, Richard. There aren't too many players quicker to start the break than him.
He loves to get out and run. If Wall has a chance to push it and catch the D off balance, he'll do it. Just the kind of mindset you want at the point.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Outside Morant. And the shot goes down. Morant's got 6.
Closer in. Look, let me just tell you, Morant, he's going to find a way to score. He just has such a fantastic touch around the rim.
Ball, the pass to Zubac. George outside. Over Bain. The shot won't fall. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Outside Morant. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And it's good. 2 points.
When Morant drives, he is just so difficult to stop. His agility, that's what makes beating the D look so easy.
Now here's George. Pass to Zubac. Now here's Covington. Nails it from 3. Covington's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Outside Morant. Got a hand on it. Up top Bain. There's the 3. Kept alive. Adams. And there's 2. Work on the glass, man, off that time.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware where he is at all times.
Wall, the pass to George. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Good on the shot.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Paul George pulls down the board.
Why? Just why? Come on, man. Save that one for practice.
Here's Morant. Here's Adams. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Yeah, this is where Adams looks to score, especially when he has a matchup he likes.
Wall with it, guarded by Morant.
Walking foul call. Desmond Bain. First personal foul. First team foul.
Zubac with a screen on Brooks. And Leonard, here we go. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
That hoop is what makes Kawhi so lethal. I mean, you have to respect the outside shot, but he can also take it right to the basket.
Here he goes. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Here's Wall, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. Outside Covington. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall. Covington's got 9.
Yeah, well, Covington was totally prepared there. He had the shot all picked out and just needed to be fed.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Morant. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
You can trust Wall to find those openings. He's a talented distributor who wouldn't miss that chance.
Here's Morant. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Clippers ahead. They lead by 1.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies youth dance team.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Clippers. Memphis trailing here.
Every night, John Morant has a hard job to do. He draws the opponent's toughest defender in each game they play. That's how talented of a scorer he is.
Payne and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the one. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Leonard passes to George. To the left wing. And here's Zubac. Just 5 on the clock. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Well, you talk about the D Morant has to face. Yet he finds a way to get the best of most of those matchups, Richard.
He's got a very advanced offensive skill set. He can score off the bounce. He can spot up. Depending on who's guarding him, Ja can adapt and find any weakness.
And RJ, you had 4 finals appearances in your career. You've seen what it takes to win, man. So how important is depth when you're chasing a championship?
Depth is so important. I'll tell you a quick story. When we lost to the San Antonio Spurs and Steve Kerr had the most random impact. He came in the game, hit 1 or 2 threes. We couldn't double team Tim Duncan after that. Then Tim Duncan went on to have like a 40, 20, whatever game because we couldn't stop him. And so I learned that the role players will have such key moments, and that's why I was so focused in 2016 because I remember what Steve Kerr did to him. The team first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
George passes to Leonard. Here's Wall. George outside. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
It's just so hard to stop without fouling. I mean, George can beat you with length, with skill, and with intelligence.
George hits them both.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
Here's Morant, and stolen by Leonard. Covington with it. Jackson in his pocket. Here's George. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
It's just one of the most complete players in the game today. George's two-way game and strong leadership traits are reasons why he's a star.
And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did, and a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big as a turnaround for LA. Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
No coverage that time. Leonard's got 5 now.
In general, that's an important shot for Kawhi. When the threes are dropping, it rounds out his entire game.
Morant finds Adams. Brooks outside. Oh, deflected. It's stolen by Wall. Stolen by Jackson. Outside Morant. Morant with the slam!
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Wall against Adams. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense.
Wow, 8 lead changes in the first half. Unbelievable.
Yeah, both sides digging in for what looks like a war.
Pass to Leonard. 1:25 left to play in the first half of basketball. Good work defensively by Brooks. Morant with it. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
It's been all about Ja tonight. He's going in so many different ways.
Time called here. The Clippers decide to talk it over.
Your Grizzlies win.
Los Angeles has gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. Wall against Moran. Wall, the pass to Covington. Now here's George. Not a lot of room. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Yeah, the level of creativity Leonard has is just special. He's capable of some really memorable throwdowns.
Wall against Moran. Jackson, the screen. Moran, pass to Jackson. In transition, here they come. Leonard for three. The rebound by Jackson. Memphis has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Zubac with the steal. Back to George. There's 18 seconds left in the second quarter. Out to Covington. Pass to Leonard. Clock at 6. Back to George. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. From 11 feet away. They get it back. Out to Covington. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Memphis. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. We'll be right back. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Memphis leading. Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. Jackson and Kennard, the guards. Marcus Morris out there with Nicholas Batum. And it's Powell in at the 3.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
When it comes to the Grizzlies, a lot of this season is about erasing the memory of their playoff loss last year. It was a disappointing end to their season.
Jones in the post, defended by Jackson. Green for 3. Batum pulls it in. Los Angeles has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. And it's Powell off the drive. Kicks it out to Jackson. Second chance effort. Yep, that one goes. Jackson's got his second bucket.
Drew the defense and made the proper read, hitting his teammates on the perimeter.
But with Memphis's 2021-2022 season, it still has to be considered a success, right?
Yeah, I think it was a successful season, but as a whole, this young team, they won their division, but the hopes were so much higher going into the postseason than just the second round.
And the basket is good. And the Clippers lead by 5.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Jones from outside. Powell pulls it in. The Clippers have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Batum, left side. Powell passes to Batum. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And it's a 7-point Los Angeles lead. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyus Jones. That's his first foul of the game.
A great job to establish position and square up.
A line change here for Memphis. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Jackson against Morant. Puts the move on. And it's laid in by Jackson. Jackson's got 6 points in the quarter. Well, Richard, 17 years for you as a player. If you were to give some advice to someone starting their playing career right now, what do you think that would be?
Oh, it would always be get your routine down. Get your pregame routine. Get your summer routine. You've got to figure out what it is that makes your game work. Because it's hard as you get older. NBA careers don't last very long. But if you put your routine, you put your game first, everything else will fall in line.
Jackson, pass to Kennard. Back to Jackson. Kicks it out to Kennard. Powell outside. Morris on the wing. Clock at 4. Batum shot is off. For Memphis, they've gone 0 for 4. Not the way they want to start the second half. From deep, Morant gets the 3 to fall. Morant's got 24.
When you're as explosive as Ja, then opponents are going to let you take shots from deep.
Kennard outside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Ja Morant picks one.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. And he sinks the second. The Grizzlies have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Morant against Jackson. It's deflected. Morris outside. Pass to Kennard. Jackson outside. Leonard passes to Batum. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Over his career, Kawhi has become a willing passer. One of his many improvements since being drafted in 2011.
Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
It's stolen. There's 53 seconds left in the third. And it's Brooks missing. The Clippers have gotten 6 of 8 shots to go and looking good since the break. Here's Kennard. Out to Leonard. Jackson, the pass to Leonard. Tries again. And the layup is up and in. Leonard's got 9.
Count on Leonard to not get held back by the contact. He goes right through it to get his shot off.
Morant, the pass to Bain. The 3 ball. The rebound by Jackson. And here's Leonard. He's got 9. And the dunk by Leonard.
Oh, the claw. I mean, Leonard controls the ball with those massive hands. Just throws it down.
And so it's Los Angeles. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all... And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a 6th sense.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. John Conchar is out there with Tyus Jones. And it's Green in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Timeout called, Memphis. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, John Wall.
And I just love to see a player who plays with an aggressive mindset. I mean, he had the energy and the intensity all game. He didn't waste any time when he had his chances out there by attacking the rim.
This crowd had no idea what they were in for. He came in and silenced them with a dominant performance. He was an intimidating presence tonight. This audience didn't seem to affect him in the slightest. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey guys, I had a chance to find out what Taylor Jenkins was discussing with his players, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Moran against Wall. And it's in there. Moran's got 9 points now in the second half.
Welcoming any physicality on his way out. Moran enjoys that type of challenge.
Bain against George. Back to Wall. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Leonard. Driving to the basket. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Here's Bain. Brooks against Leonard. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Bain against George. Outside Wall. Nice move. Oh, my goodness. How about that?
Are you serious? John Wall with the statement. Oh, that's pretty.
From deep, Bain. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Outside Wall. Batum outside. Zubac inside. Jackson on him. Out to Leonard. Outside Wall. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team.
If you're just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
Not easy escaping Adams' wingspan as a defender. His reach helps him stay on top of it. Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Clippers. And he makes both free throws. The Grizzlies have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the 4th. 2 for 4 now. The 3 from Bain. And they recover it. Adams. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup.
The defense tightens up, so he adjusts. Nice play.
4th quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. The Clippers have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the 4th. Ball with it. Jackson in his pocket. Wall, the pass to Batum. Here's Zubac. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And stolen by Bain. On the break. Here's Morant. Morant with the slam.
This man was under-recruited in college. Can you believe that? And Morant, he still plays like he's trying to prove something.
George outside. Leonard on the wing. Pass to Zubac. Stolen by Jackson. From deep, Morant. Jackson, the pass to Bain. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Timeout called, the Clippers. They're leading by 9. There's a minute 12 left in the 4th quarter. We've got 1:08 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Crosses over. And there's the play by Leonard inside. Leonard's gotten 4 this quarter.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Clippers.
They really had things going. Their offense carried them tonight, Graham.
Yeah, BA, tonight, simply they won the battle of the field goal percentage. I mean, it made all the difference.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for John Wall.
And his playmaking is what stood out to me. Effortlessly creating for his teammates.
And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Outside wall. Pass to Zubats. Now here's Leonard. Brooks defending. Leonard outside. 4 on the clock. Now here's Zubats. Batum outside. Puts up a 3. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Morant, the pass to Bane. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. From deep. Off target with the shot. So it's the Clippers picking up the win. Exceptional. Allie, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
Joining us on this fine Thursday, and we've got a game that's sure to be a crowd pleaser, Greg. Two high-octane offenses going head-to-head.
And it's not just run and gun. Each team has a very well-refined attack, and this kind of matchup comes down to which side can maintain their energy through all four quarters.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels at the three.
In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown.
Here's Edwards. Here he goes. The rebound by Steven Adams. And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. Was shot missing. And Minnesota will come the other way. Hey, Greg, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
Here's Morant. Doesn't go for him. Nice D from Russell.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Towns kicks to Edwards. Back to Towns. Puts up a three. It's rebounded by Memphis. Morant passes to Jackson. The Grizzlies with another miss. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Russell against Morant. Russell dishes to Towns. Another shot, and it's good on the way in.
One of the many skills that Towns brings every night is his offensive rebound.
Grizzlies have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Morant kicks to Adams. A shot, no good. Timberwolves go the other way with it.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot right now.
Towns, the pass to Gobert. 4 on the shot clock. Drains the three-pointer.
You know, Russell is so smooth. He's got deceptive length, which allows him to get those shots off behind the arc.
Morant against Russell. And it's Morant missing.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the three, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Towns with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Out to Russell. Three-pointer. Good, and as this goes to Towns. Russell's got 6.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Morant, and finished off by Morant.
And how about that display of athleticism by Morant, flying up in the air for the jam.
Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stop.
And how about the footwork? Check out those moves in the post and then the sweet finish to go along with it.
Excellent work around the basket. You're right, G.A.
Left his man lunging and reaching for air.
Look out!
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Towns dishes to Russell. Back to Towns. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. 1:02 left to play in the first quarter. Now Morant. He has 5. And rebounded by McDaniels.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Floats it up there for Morant. And Morant holds it down.
An offensive juggernaut. Really, Morant is capable of getting it done from just about anywhere.
To the inside. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's a 5-point game. 1 second separating the shot clock and game time. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blows.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant not afraid to get physical.
Both free throws good from Morant. And here's Russell. He's got 6. Right side Towns. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Timberwolves on top, leading by 3. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take so far in the Timberwolves?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Brooks in at the small forward spot. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Here's Morant. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Morant's got 11 points.
Well, the contact can't trip Morant up. He just glides past it and into his shot. And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
Bain kicks to Morant. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
In just so many different ways, Morant can hurt you. Tonight, it's been with the scoring.
Edwards finds Gobert and finished off by Gobert.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned him into a powerhouse.
Morant against Russell. Brooks with no one around. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Brooks has got his first 3 points of the game. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies?
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
And that one's good. Towns
Attacks the basket with such a ferocity and never give up attitude. I love that about him, guys.
Here's Morant. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Out to Russell. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And that basket is going to come. Goaltending, the official call.
Kudos for the effort, but he got there a little too late.
For Memphis, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. If you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
Kicks to Edwards. Over Bain. And again, it's Minnesota.
Composed and cool effort from Edwards inside. Not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot. Taking what's available.
Here's Morant. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Out to Edwards. And Desmond Bain pulls it down. It's Morant with the drop. And nothing is falling for him right now. Timberwolves leading by 5. Towns, the pass to Russell. Driving inside. And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
Brooks dishes to Adams. Outside, Bain. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Russell. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Morant gets to Bain. He feeds it to Adams. It's stolen by Gobert. Timberwolves passing it around. And the dunk by Towns.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Here's Morant. Second chance effort, and the layup is good. Morant's got 15 points.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
McDaniels passes to Towns.
And that defensive versatility Jackson has is just incredible. Able to guard multiple.
All right, Dave, thank you. And through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
On the court for Minnesota, they've got Reed. Prince out there with Anderson. And it's Noel in a 2-guard. Outside, Jones. Mark of guys playing today, who would you put your money on to be a successful NBA coach?
You know, Kevin, the smart money is on point guards, but I think any player that's been a student of the game could be a successful coach, but point guards most likely is my answer. Chris Paul, maybe even a guy like Jalen Brunson in the future.
McLaughlin, the pass to Reed, 5 to shoot. This is the baby hook. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Jones looking for an opening. Tillman, and that comes off the assist by Jones.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Noel passes to Anderson. Tries again. Kicks it out to Prince. Left side, Anderson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Anderson's got 4 points this quarter.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
On the wing, Green. Here's Conchar. He's still scoreless so far in this one. It's rebounded by McLaughlin.
And fought hard to make his way to the rim, but give the deep credit, did just enough to force him to clank that one.
Here's Noel. That one doesn't drop, and it's Memphis the other way.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Here's Anderson. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Tillman. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's McLaughlin. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. I don't think the Timberwolves plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team.
Here's Conchar. Traps in the tray.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Here's McLaughlin. Defended by Jones. Anderson passes to Noel. Back to Anderson. Pocket 6. Shot left block. And the whistle blows. And it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job with the box out.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that go into rebounding, guys. You need strength, you need positioning, but I think timing and a nose for the ball most important. I think you're right. That's what got him that call. That's physicality and strength. Oh, man, check out the handle. I didn't know he had that in this game.
Passes it to McLaughlin. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And it's Jones with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. They get the rebound. Clark, the pass to Aldama. Stolen by Reed. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Snatched up. Here's Anderson. And yet again, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Anderson's got 6 in the quarter. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Outside, Jones. Minnesota with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Noel. The kick out to Anderson. Pass to McLaughlin. Stolen away. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Green, the pass to Conchar. Ring shot on the way. Rebound, Minnesota. Anderson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Takes it off the glass. Now it's a 7-point Timberwolves lead.
You know, Prince is far from just a shooter and penetrator, folks. I mean, this guy's got a nice feel for how to play inside, too.
Here's Conchar. And another miss by Memphis.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Green. Andy Clark is out there with Jones. And it's Aldama at the 4-man position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Second chance shot. And Adams kicks to Jackson. Dishes it to Morant. 6 to shoot.
Absolutely fearless. Morant willing to put his body on the line in order to make plays.
That one is off.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Timberwolves leading by 6. Pass to Towns. Russell left side. Towns a screen on Morant. And it's Russell missing. And for Memphis, they're shooting 32% overall right now. Not one of their better shows. Scooped up. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Russell. No good on that one. Morant with some nice D. Towns with the steal. Russell passes to Towns. And the rejection by Jackson. Russell against Morant. There's the feed to Adams. Misses the layup.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Here's McDaniels. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Dylan Brooks. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Timberwolves.
I love the way they're finished, penetrating, getting downhill, taking the game to their opponents. They've been the aggressors, and that's been impressive.
And another thing they did well was just keep the effort up offensively. Lots of boards leading to extra opportunities, which they converted. And that's impressive. Morant's ball control and take charge attitude is what makes him so special.
Here's Towns. Plays it up off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Morant against Russell. Lets it go from the wing. And rebounded by McDaniels.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Russell inside. Brooks covering. And that one's good. Russell. Now it's a 7-point Timberwolves lead. Outside. Bain. Shoots. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And it's Russell in the corner. Towns down low. Jackson on him. McDaniels finds Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Well, easy does it, Towns is saying to himself. Forget about the threes right now. I'm going to go with the flush.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to
a standstill.
Towns with the steal. McDaniels in the post. Brooks covering. Bucket is good. Russell's got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves.
Boy, you look at Russell repeatedly making plays around the rim. His imagination and creativity allow him to do so.
Russell against Morant. Rebound, Minnesota. Now, here is Russell. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. Fires from deep. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's McDaniels. And it's off from three-point range. And for Memphis, they're shooting just 31% in the game.
Little to no chance they're able to overcome this deficit. It's going to be a good victory for the Timberwolves.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Karl Anthony Towns.
Now, he was a problem on the glass today, relentlessly crashing the boards and came away with a bushel basket full of rebounds.
Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. 20 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And then Morant slams it in.
Just superior focus from Morant. His determination is what allows him to convert through contact.
Here's Russell. Outside, Towns. Now the pass to Gobert. Minnesota again turning it over.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
And so the Timberwolves take the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead.
Well, when we look at tonight, this could come down to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot.
Man, that one looked good all the way. Paul George from deep range.
Pass to Towns. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Wall. Covington passes to Leonard. Rob! McDaniels with it. Out to the wing. Towns for 3. Knocks down the long J.
The versatility of Towns, unleashing his outside game and presenting all sorts of problems for the defense.
Wall finds Zubats. Outside Wall. George against Russell. 5 on the clock. Stolen by Russell. It's McDaniels on the wing. The kick out to Edwards. Towns passes to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
This is who Towns is, an unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness. You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their second winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success.
Now here's George. Outside Covington. Here's Leonard. Misses off the right iron.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Back to Daniels. Leonard against Edwards. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Edwards. With the drive. Oh, misses the dunk. So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game, but I think it's really the intangibles, building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Leonard with the ball. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Outside Edwards. To the middle. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
I'll tell you what, that cat was strong and physical. Woo, I'm not sure how you can effectively stop Towns around the basket.
Wall on the take. Leonard outside. A shot to stop the run. McDaniels with some nice D.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Wall, the pass to Covington. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Pass to Gobert. And here's Edwards outside. Offensive rebound. Outside for Russell. From the arc. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
George. And the jam by George.
So go ahead and try to stop Kawhi Leonard. He'll just move the ball to the open man.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Russell, the pass to McDaniels. Russell against Wall. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Outside Wall. Out to Covington. And stolen by Edwards. To the left side wing. It's tipped. Towns with the ball. Guarded now by George. McDaniels from long range. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 7, a sluggish start. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Here's George. He's got 5. Leonard outside. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. With the mark, he knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials getting together here. They may want to review this one.
The previous play is under review.
They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And there's really plenty of time remaining in this game, so you want to make sure the right call was made.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've gotten enough looks at it. The basket will not count. The quarter ended before he got it off.
That was a great idea to give it a...
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Minnesota.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. And stolen by Covington. In transition, here they come. Leonard for 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And the ball out of play. The Clippers will have it. The last couple of seasons, the Clippers have shot the lights out from deep break.
Oh, man, they've been unbelievable. Over 41% back in that 21 season. That led the NBA. So they got a nice collection of shooters on this Clippers team, and it helps when you have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard play to create great shooting opportunities. So lots of guys that can hurt you from deep.
Right side, Russell. Outside McDaniels. Towns with the ball. Guarded by Covington. The kick out to Edwards. 5 to shoot. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. Towns has got 3 assists tonight.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
It's George on the wing. He takes it in. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Pass to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Right side wall. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Assertive play by Wall inside. Pushing hard to find himself a shot.
Pass to Edwards. Left side McDaniels. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Zubac. Russell up top. And he converts the layup. Russell's got his second basket.
Well, Russell's such a natural scorer and capable of connecting from just about anywhere.
The Clippers trail. Now here's Wall. Pass to George. It's Covington on the wing. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers. All right, Brent, you're part of the front office. Take back the curtain a little here. What do you guys do that the average fan doesn't know about?
Well, the draft process is a lot more in depth than people would ever realize. And one of the biggest things, BA, that you have to take into account is what it is, not just talent-wise you're inviting into the building, but the character and how it fits around what you've already established. So taking one guy
that might be a player that you think is a great player might not be great for the current team that you have. And so the layers, they run pretty deep.
Here's Edwards. He can't get it to go. And George with some nice D. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Nifty move. And it's good on the layup. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, you got to have just great ball control when you're making a move like that. And Paul George definitely has the handle.
George against Russell. McDaniels inside. The jump hook. Leonard pulls down the board. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 from outside so far in the second quarter. The 3, Covington. Sure, from three-point range. And now a 3-point Los Angeles lead. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And they get it. Towns can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 8 from outside the three-point line on this one. Pass to Zubac. Leonard outside. Down low. Oh, got a piece of it. Stolen by Russell.
The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
And every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Free throw no good for Edwards. And here's George. And the shot's good.
George playing with purpose, and he is in attack mode.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. The Clippers on top. They're up by 3. And will step away briefly, but gets you right back out there. Through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Paul George has been sensational.
He's been on the attack, playing hard and going right to the rim.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Jackson and Kennard, the guards. Nicholas Batum out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. Morris passes to Jackson. Shot clock at 5. No luck on that one. The Timberwolves trail. Here's McLaughlin. Here's Reed. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Nick Batum.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And that one drops. So now they lead by 1. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 8 from outside the three-point line on this one. Here's Jackson in the air. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
That's a clever play by Reggie Jackson, just knowing when to maneuver himself into the D and draw the foul.
Good on both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Pass to Noel. Here's McLaughlin. Outside, Anderson. Second chance shot. There's the block. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jackson. And it's McLaughlin missing. The Clippers in the lead. The kick out to Morris. Launches a 3. Powell right side. Kennard outside. Morris for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's Prince. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Reed, good. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
I like how Taurean Prince moves the ball, consistent at getting it to his teammates within the offense.
Powell outside. Kicks it out to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Morris. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson.
There's playmaking ability, and there's a willingness to attack the basket, and Jackson good at orchestrating that pick and roll.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's McLaughlin. And so he draws the foul, heading to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Nick Batum.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Shooting for Minnesota, Jordan McLaughlin.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw is good.
A shaking his head moment there. Had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
Jackson, pass to Morris. Powell outside from deep three-point range. Knocks it down from distance. Powell's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Back to Noel. Kicks it out to Anderson. Pass to Noel. There's the triple. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Kennard finds Batum. And there's the slam! Dunk to finish it off.
And passes like that demonstrate just how much Kennard is a team-oriented player.
Here's Noel. Back to Reed. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Yeah, what a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
The Clippers have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Kicks it out to Kennard. A minute 15 left in the third quarter. Sinks the tray.
And if the defense is going to shut down one thing with Kennard, I'd start with the three-point shooting.
Pass to McLaughlin. Looking to win the run. Kennard with the rebound. Los Angeles has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Here's Morris. That one drops for him. Morris has gotten his second bucket on the night.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Here's Kennard. No good. And Minnesota will come the other way. Here's McLaughlin. No good on the 3.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Back to Batum. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Deflects the pass. Powell with a steal. Jackson outside. Pass to Powell. Morris for 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Clippers ahead. Up. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for Minnesota, Jordan McLaughlin out there with Jalen Noel. Then there's Kyle Anderson. Then there's Taurean Prince. And it's Reed in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now Los Angeles with it. This is the most they've led, 13 points. Here's Kennard. And it's off from three-point range. Minnesota shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. Pass to Reed. Here's Noel, defended by Jackson. Noel, that's good.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
And here's Morris. Up top, Jackson going inside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Pass to Noel. Now here's Reed. Second chance effort. McLaughlin tries again. They shoot again. Noel, that's good. Noel's got 4 points in the quarter.
As usual, terrific effort from him. Unwilling to let the possession go to waste.
Powell passes to Jackson. Now here's Batum. Reed defending. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's Noel. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
Jackson, pass to Batum. Now Kennard, the three is up. Drills it from deep. And the Clippers lead by 10.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
To the middle. Here's Reed. Doesn't go for him. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Powell for three. For three. Just 5 to shoot. Stolen by Anderson. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Launches a three. Reed controls the rebound and the putback.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Morris outside. Kennard outside.
2 minutes.
It's Powell on the wing.
2 minutes.
To the paint. Picked it out of midair. He's got a clear path. Jumps up and finished off by Anderson.
Anderson he excels when he plays in the open court like that and has a chance to make a good decision.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. They lead by 6. 1:51 left to play in the fourth quarter. And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Guys, at the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team, and he implored them to be patient at the offensive end. He wants to use every second of the shot clock. He said, quote, if we take care of the ball, take our time, and play D, this game is ours.
And Allie, thank you for that. Here's Edwards driving in, and Edwards slams it in.
The defense better make sure they're sticking to all 4 other players, or else D'Angelo's going to find the open man.
Ball pass to George. There's a minute 17 left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Leonard. It's blocked by Gobert.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. Why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
First team.
Up top, Edwards. George defending. Towns a screen on George. And here's Edwards outside.
Well, Paul George showing off his defensive prowess right there. Full energy, full focus, and a nice contest.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
All-out effort from Towns, putting the team on his back and getting them the shot they need.
Out to Covington. Leonard against McDaniels. 6 to shoot. Pass to Covington. Ball for 3. Rebound Minnesota.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
Money.
Come on now. What a talent. Slips through the lane and just flushes it home.
Oh, the D feeling some shame right there. That was big league. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's his first foul.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
George outside. Missed it. So it's the Clippers taking the W in a close. All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Brent.
Reporter tonight, and in the past few years, we've seen more of an emphasis on depth from teams around the league, Steve.
Yeah, the reason why is, Kevin, the speed of the game is the reason. Health has been a big reason. And obviously, the deeper you are, the better you are and have a better chance of winning the championship.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. Ball against Morant. And the pass to Leonard. In the corner, George with it. Off target with his 3. And so it's Bain who brings up the ball for Memphis. It's Morant with the drive.
Okay, check out the handles of John Morant. Wow, what a crafty player.
Morant against Wall. Takes it out to Covington. Back to George. Shot clock at 6. Leonard against Brooks. Offensive rebound. Zubats moves back up. Adams, some nice D.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Morant passes to Adams. All taking his time here. Here's Leonard. That one good for 2.
Beautiful from Kawhi, establishing himself and going to work. Love the confidence.
Spydi with Memphis. What do they need right now to make it?
Woo, love it, love it. As creative as they come, John Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Here's Wall. Here's Zubats. And good. Coming off the assist by Wall.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now, here's Morant for 3. Jackson kicks to Morant. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots off to a good start.
Challenging the heart of the defense. John Morant can beat you with the pass or the shot.
Outside for Jackson. And a wide open look for Bain. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Clippers trail by 7. Outside Covington. George against Bain. Zubats trying to break loose. And it goes down 2 points.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside. Looking very comfortable from in there.
Morant leads in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Outside, Wall. Passes it to Zubats. Back to Wall. Outside, Covington. Pass to George. Fires the 3. Goes up with a stripe. And it's off the back rim. No good.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Grant. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
The ability to stop and start. Change pace. Morant's a handful off the dribble.
Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Grizzlies?
For me, it's all about playing downhill. They've been making it look easy to find penetration in this one. Attacking the lanes and forcing the issue with the D.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
And Adams has got the ball here for Memphis. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here. Possibly over before it began.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And the Clippers making a change here. Kennard's checked in. Clippers trail by 11. George looking over the floor. Kennard on the wing. Covington kicks to Kennard. It's good from long range.
Always working to find open territory. Kennard's lethal in catch and shoot.
Up top, Morant, defended by George. Jackson against Covington. Jackson dishes to Brooks. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
The sheer power at 220, maybe 230 to take the hit and complete the play. Dylan Brooks.
And the Clippers have possession. They trail by 11. Here's George, and he eliminates for the slam dunk. Steven Adams did not like that at all.
Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like you did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities. A little breakdown there, letting them get that rebound. You can't allow that to happen.
Morant passes to Jackson.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
First trip to the line for him here.
About a year ago, 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
You really get excited about Jackson's potential. The size, the agility, and the skill level to make an impact at both ends.
Outside, George. Shoots over Morant, and it is good! The buzzer!
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And what I love, there was no panic on his part. That's the steady pulse you want in that situation.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Grizzlies lead by 7. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
They've got Kennard. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the center position. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter.
For decades, the Clippers were almost directionless. But they found their place in the NBA, becoming a franchise that competes in the West.
Kennard finds George. From outside, off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
In the corner, it's Bain. Back to Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Elite ball handler who can hit from every spot on the floor. Morant lighting them up tonight.
And the West, we know, is very difficult. But Steve, for the Clippers, how much of their success is tied to their identity?
Kevin, a lot of it. They become a hard-nosed team, hanging their hat on defense, playing together, making opponents earn everything they get.
Payne for 3, and again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Efficient from range. Desmond came into the league with a sharp three-point shot.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Clippers trail by 12. And George kicks to Leonard. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. Here's Morant. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Adams. Brooks outside. Outside, Bain. The 3 ball. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks.
3 points.
Baines got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Grizzlies. Dylan Brooks seems like a very spirited player. Smitty plays with a lot of emotion.
I've heard coaches say he's the team's biggest cheerleader, whether that's game time or practice. Kevin, he loves to motivate his squad to be at their best.
Morant scanning the floor. Bain finds Brooks. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Clippers have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Outside, Covington. Kennard for 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. Kennard's got 6.
Beautiful dime from Covington. He doesn't hesitate to share the ball.
Stolen by Zubac. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Here's Morant. 16 points for him. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
This is what I like about John Morant. He stays open to all options. Right there finds the open man.
Bain against Kennard. Outside for George. And George with the stop.
Long and athletic, PG-13 is a terror when he reaches the cup.
Now here's Morant. The shape. It's hauled in by Zubac. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 10-point game. Left side, Leonard. For the 3. That ball. Nice speed that time from George. He's got 5.
As a coach, he feels so comfortable with Kawhi on the floor. He's one of those guys, when the clock is ticking down, get him the ball.
Jackson has the open look, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Connects from three-point range. Now just a 4-point Grizzly lead.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
This is the tricky part. Having enough left in the tank to finish the job. What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
A nice shot by George.
Slippery play by Paul George to get inside. He ends up right where he wanted to be for the shot.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The rebound by Paul George.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Gotta be a little embarrassed by that.
Kicks to Covington. Poke loose. And here we go. Morant heading to the hoop. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
Please protect the ball around Ja. He's looking for the steal and opportunity to run.
George, that's a 2-pointer. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Memphis out in front, up by 4. All right, thank you, David. And folks.
34.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Brandon Clark. Jones is out there with Green. And it's Aldama with the power forward. Clippers trail by 4. Smitty, expectations have been so high for this Clippers team in recent seasons with the addition of Kawhi and the addition of Paul George and the other great parts around him.
They've got a lot of terrific players, Kevin. On paper, they look playoff ready. So those expectations aren't so misplaced.
John Wall's checked in for Kennard. You know, Greg, you played on some gritty teams, and we hear that expression, getting punched in the mouth, and it's not usually literal. But what's that look like on the floor? What's it feel like on the court?
Kevin, you're just out hustling and out muscle-losing. At times you'll see it. They've kind of checked out mentally. And I'll tell you what, it is one of the best feelings in sport.
Wall against Jones. Wall passes to Morris. There's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. It's stolen by Green, and it's Memphis on the break. Here's Conchar. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
It's Powell on the wing. Takes it inside. Now the Clippers trading last season for Norman Powell. And as they say, Greg, the rich get richer.
Yeah, an excellent two-way player. Their league depth becoming the envy of the league. And he's just coming into his prime, so he fits the timeline of their star.
You know, every team is looking for guys like Norman Powell, an explosive athlete who is relentless, and he can shoot the ball.
Conchar can't get it to go. The Clippers trail. With a tie, Jackson drives in. No good on the layup. Memphis has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Takes a three. Aldama gets the bucket. Aldama's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Aside from the rim runners in this league, most bigs are now asked to help stretch the floor.
Jackson finds Powell. Jackson down low, launches it. The shot by Powell, no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 5, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Conchar. And Jones has it in the corner. He kicks to Clark. And too long on the shot.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
Back to Jackson. To the right side. Here's Wall. Goes up again. Morris, no good. Memphis has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. On the basket by Jones. Jones has got his first bucket of the night.
That's good planning, and that's good execution. And that's a great look.
And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Clippers. They trail by 7. Morris dishes to Powell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Look at Norman keeping his composure, not letting the foul stop him from taking the shot.
Norman taking 2 shots.
And so Powell nails both of them. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Jones looking for an opening. And the layup is good. Jones has got 4 points this quarter.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Outside, Wall. Outside, Batum. Jackson misses. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Wall against Jones. Lays it up and banks it in. And now it's a 9-point Grizzly lead.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
And the Clippers call time here. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Robert Covington comes in for Marcus Morris. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Norman Powell. And George is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And here's Wall. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. To the middle, Covington. Basket, good.
Such a hard finish. Robert is a tough customer. He'll fight through contact when he has to.
Morant with it. Now Covington defending. There's Jackson with the three. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
And it's Desmond Bane with the foul. That's his first foul. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers.
Coming onto the floor for your Clippers, Luke Kennard.
Zubac's in the post. Adams defending. Kicks it out to Covington. Shot clock at 5. A three-pointer, no good. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Morant drives in. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
Up top, Morant, defended by George. And Zubac with the block. 1 second left, driving to the basket.
I'll tell you what, when Kawhi knifes his way to the rim, it's next level.
And so it's Memphis in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Shooting the ball. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
They're just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. Got the perfect delivery.
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Paul George is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Robert Covington. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Leonard the pass to Zubac. And it's Memphis on the break. Morant with the ball. There's the pass to George. A 3 from Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 3rd assist on the night.
What an effort for Kawhi so far on offense. He's working hard and finding plenty of shots.
Morant with the bucket.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this lead, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Desmond Bane.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
And it's been an outstanding game for them at the free throw line, not missing their chances when they get them.
Morant against George. Morant kicks to Bane. Brooks with no one around. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Well, Brooks prefers to shoot his threes head on, but he has the stroke to make the short corner shot.
Kennard finds George. On the wing, George. Brooks against Leonard. Lock at 6. Here's George. A shot off that time. Great D that time from Bane. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Outside for Jackson. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Not only is Jaren a viable option from 3, he's a primary threat from there. That's how good of a shooter he is.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game. John Morant.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good position, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. Told his guys, this is it. We need one final push here. Everyone working together. Let's go get these guys. He also talked about making smart plays with the ball. Kevin, you can't have any mistakes at this point of the game.
Thanks, David.
And something that gets overlooked is how good of a passer Steven Adams is.
You're totally right, GA. He's gotten much better with his vision. Knows how to find cutters and open guys out of the high post. Plus, he's skilled at throwing those full-court touchdown passes. You know, the one thing Steven Adams gives you night in and night out is toughness. He helps your team set a physical tone. You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Their activity has been at a constant level. Always around the ball, quick hands causing a lot of steals.
And they've also... Oh, what a play!
Watch it! I'm trying to think of someone who gets off the ground quicker than Morant. It's an exclusive list, I'll tell you.
Passes it to Kennard. Leonard looking over the floor. The shot from the low post is good.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Outside for Jackson. Brooks outside. Here's Adams. Outside, Bain. Inside. Here's Jackson. No good that time. Good D by Covington. Clippers trail by 10. Morant with the steal.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Memphis.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks. They were simple.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for John Morant.
Whoa, the solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly, caught the defense totally off guard. Offensive rebound, Zubac kicks it out to Leonard. Bangs home the trifecta.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
Up top, Morant, defended by George. 6 to shoot. Payne for 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up.